Are there some common issues that you see with your actors? Some things that keep coming up over and over with most people?
Sure. Well, my first thought is specificity and really understanding what that is. But I kind of can reframe it by saying this: like, it doesn't matter if students are 8 or 80. They always have the same 3 thoughts when they see themselves on camera, which is, I can't believe I'm that fat. I can't believe I'm that old. I should move home. Like, that's generally how people regard themselves. But what's interesting is that is actually defied by specificity. So, people will be like, why do I make that weird face? And the truth is, the moment that people notice those things, it's because they're not connected. It's because they're not specific. It's like having a cold and like thinking sneezing's the problem. It's like, no, that's a symptom of the problem. The problem is you have a cold. The problem is you're not specific. You're noticing your face, and it's a clue that you're lacking a connection.
I love it. So like, if the connection is there, that's what you're paying attention to. You're not paying attention to the wallpaper.
Yeah, all of a sudden, like, all the weird things you do make perfect sense because they're actually connected to something honest.
Yeah.
People don't always have a how. They might hear that, you need to be specific, but people's answers to that are always different. Like, I think about, everything that I say and do is connected to a thought, a feeling, an experience in real life. You hand someone a script, it's filled with all these, a world for this character, a world of people, places, events, and objects. And for that person in that world, they have a thought, a feeling, an experience about everything that they're talking about. And as actors, if you're just regarding these as words, it's like this is called a cup, right? But if the actor reads the word cup, but doesn't know that it's this that they're talking about and hasn't made a specific relationship to this, they're gonna lie. And how they lie is the same way that people do in real life. They avoid eye contact. They try to prove that what they're saying is true. They stonewall you. Right. So all these symptoms appear, and then people are like, why do I make that face? Well, because you didn't make the cup real.
Interesting. Wow, that's huge.
Specificity is not about, deciding what something is. It's that your relationship is so clear that shines through, right? And, you get there through, one of the ways you get there is through storytelling. So, if it says I have a relationship to my brother, and I'm talking about my brother in a given script, right? And I'm going to need to be like, okay, well, what's clearly indicated in this is that, we had a tough relationship. Okay, if we had a tough relationship, I'm going to indicate something. If I say, well, we grew up, my parents weren't around very much. My older brother took care of me. He always resented doing that. I actually remember coming home one day and he was with his girlfriend, and like, as soon as I walked in, like, he just gave me this look, and it just made me feel like I really didn't belong in my own home. And ever since then, I avoided, etc. So I'm riffing now, right? Yeah. And so what I'm doing is I'm moving past the barrier of my conscious mind into my unconscious, where there's a part of me that believes that story is true once I start emotionally reacting to it. If I start emotionally not deciding what it is, but emotionally reacting to the decision I've made, my brain believes that that's true when I'm talking about it. So I've gone beyond my ego and I've launched a real experience in there. So that's so much a part of it, is like, I can see when someone has made anything that they are saying or doing specific. And that's always the tell. It's like, okay, we got to work on that. We got to make that alive for you. Whatever
and specific to their own experiences, not just specific within, the framework of like, this is the action I must play. This is the action of how I would play it.
What I'm saying is, I don't have a brother. So that story was not mine, right?
Oh my God, you were so believable.
Right, so I'm creating something. I'm using my creativity to make my imagination specific in the context of the script. So yes, I can use my own life. I can also use my imagination. The point is, either way, I am creating something that is not intentional. I'm giving an intentional framework to an unexpected experience. Just like when you are shooting, the moments that the people end up choosing, or that you end up choosing, are the moments that are unexpected.
Right.
They can go in there, and as soon as they stop trying, that's when the moment happens.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
So that's specificity, is you have to be the director of that experience.
God, that's fascinating. And I'm sure probably really rewarding to see happen when it happens.
Yeah. I had a teacher once say that, fear creeps in any place that you're not specific. You just become self-conscious. You start to try to prove that you're the character instead of believing that you are. And there's actionable work that you can do.